back, everyone. It is Sunday sit-down time. We have a very full desk tonight. Go ahead and all introduce yourselves. I'm sure some of these faces are very recognizable. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Lawrence Bowers. I serve as the Executive Director here at Every True Tiger Foundation. Played a few years at the University of Missouri. Had a great time there, and now I'm back in the mix.
Yeah. Nick Garner, I'm the CEO of Every True Tiger Foundation.
I'm Bud Sasser, Director of Operations of Every True Tiger Foundation.
Awesome. So obviously, you know, for people who don't know out there what Every True Tiger Foundation is, when did this all get started, and kind of what's the idea behind this foundation?
Yeah, so we started back as Advancing Missouri Athletes back in 2021, right after the NIL legislation came online. And so, but back this past fall, 2022, transitioned into Every True Tiger Foundation, a nonprofit arm that we got started then. But we really started back in about August 2021.
What's the overall goal? You know, what was the impact you're hoping to have with this foundation?
I think overall, you know, the biggest thing for us is to enhance the student-athlete experience by, you know, allowing them to be immersed into the community. You know, there's a lot of people who look at NIL and think of only dollar signs, and that's not our goal. Our goal is to instill a desire within every athlete that we contract to understand that, hey, this is bigger than you, this is bigger than your sport. Go out and make a difference in the world. So I think that's the direction that we're going, and NIL affords us the opportunity to do so.
Kind of take me through your process when you get with these athletes. You know, obviously you work with every sport on Mizzou's campus, right? So what's the process you go through with these athletes and kind of, you know, telling them about all their options?
Absolutely. So we like to just introduce ourselves, introduce kind of how the foundation works, how NIL works from our point of view. And we want to also align them with the best opportunities that we possibly can find, right? So and also in doing that, we want to pair them with a partner organization that, you know, whether it's one from their hometown, a nonprofit organization from their hometown, or another one that they might have been supporting, or of course our partner organizations here in Columbia. So we just kind of explain to them just what that may look like, and which organizations are available, and just different ways that they can impact this particular organization that they choose.
How much has NIL, obviously for guys that have played, you know, how much has that changed the game of college athletics in general that we've seen?
Well, I think you know, that's a pretty sour subject for Bud and I, because we didn't have that opportunity when we played at the University of Missouri. But I think NIL has changed it for the better. You know, obviously there's some bias. You know, if you ask Bud or I, we always advocate for the athlete, but I mean, it's life changing. And you know, I hate trying to go back 10 plus years when we were here, but I mean, it would have changed a lot of stuff for myself. And to know that some of these guys are really benefiting, you know, I won't name any names, but we have had guys who may not have had an opportunity to go home who were able to go this Christmas. Guys being able to fix their trucks, you know. So I think it's life changing. I think it's long overdue, and now I think you'll be able to see more parents. You know, more parents have the accessibility to come and watch their kids play, which was something that I didn't have really the chance to do for my family. So I think it's great.
And there's a bit of this that, in addition to what Lawrence said, that really prepares the kids for life and life after college, right? It's about, it's not probably what you hear all the big headlines of the big dollars. It's more about getting a little something extra that probably none of us had in college,
right,
and teaching that kind of financial responsibility. And Mizzou Athletics does a really great job of educating the student athlete on how to be prepared. We try to come in collaboration with that and say, hey, make sure you understand, you know, how to file your taxes. You know, make sure that you're getting advice on how to manage your money, so that when they do leave here, they actually leave with not just, you know, money in their pocket, but also an understanding of how to manage that.
Thinking back to when you guys were college students, how important do you feel like that education piece of this all is? You know, when you're in college, you might not think of those things that you mentioned.
Absolutely. I think it means the world to our student athletes just to be able to have the access to that. And just as, you know, of course there's a bunch of people pulling at our athletes every day, but in this particular space, it's a trusted resource, it's a trusted space, and it's you know, some familiar faces from Mizzou athletics that they can come to and say, hey, like, what do I do with this? Now I've received something. How do I, you know, navigate this space? Where am I supposed to go? And it's really just providing that roadmap. And I think once you do that, I mean, the trust just continues to grow, and they come back with more and more questions, and you can see the wheels turning when they start asking those questions and getting an answer, and they go out and they do what what they were told, not necessarily told to do, but recommended. And when they see the results, it's like, oh, I can go back, and now I'm seeing how this really works, and now they're just looking for more opportunities, and how can they use this for themselves in a different capacity.
When you look at the overall look of NIL, you always hear about the Alabamas, the Georgias. How does this help Mizzou be competitive with what they're building there too?
I think, as Nick alluded to previously, I mean, the more that we can do for our athletes, number one, that's our goal, right? Mm-hmm. We want to provide an experience for our athletes that's unlike any other. And I think, when you do that, especially in the public eye while you're doing something that progresses humanity, I think that sends a great message to any kid that aspires to potentially want to come to the University of Missouri, right? So for us, we want to be competitive in the SEC. The SEC is extremely brutal in football, basketball, all sports. And NIL allows you an opportunity to compete in another way outside of the particular sport. So we just want to make sure that our athletes understand that when they come here, that they'll be doing good for the community, they'll be doing good for themselves. And, that's the ultimate goal.
What does it mean to you guys to be able to help this Mizzou community? Obviously, this is so much bigger than the NIL. It's the impact to the community as well. What does it mean for you guys to be able to kind of help that and push that forward?
Yeah, one major thing is we live here.
Right,
so,
right.
I think, and we all have kids. I'm expecting our first, we're expecting our first child, my wife and I. Yeah, so, just to know that, and I've been here since undergrad, right? So with a few absences here and there for other reasons, but I've kind of grown up here a little bit in my adult life. So you want to be able to really instill those values into our student athletes on, hey, this is what it means to give back to the community. This is what it looks like to give back to the community. When we have our events and they see how many different partners are showing up to these events in support of them, it's because, one, we've also been on the other side as student athletes, going in to different organizations and volunteering our time, just trying to give back in as many ways as we possibly can. And you end up actually seeing it just really come full circle now that we're back here in this capacity, and it's not just three random people kind of going out into the Columbia community saying, hey, help us out. It's, hey, we love this organization, and we've seen what y'all have done for individuals before, and we really appreciate your work, and we're here to help support that again in a different capacity.
Yeah. How much have you seen these student athletes embrace that community aspect of it? I feel like you hear so often a lot of these Mizzou kids obviously helping people out, but now they have a way, a more straightforward way to go do that.
I think it's, this is my famous saying, I think it's a win-win-win situation. Mm-hmm. And the first win is obviously the student athlete. The second win is the community. And the third win is when you add those two together, the University of Missouri obviously flourishes as well. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of our student athletes so far, just from the very premature stages of them being paired with nonprofits, I think they've all embraced it. I think there's a fulfillment that is reached when you know that you're doing something good, especially for kids, right? Mm-hmm. And, we have athletes from all different walks of life, and we always try to align them with a charity or nonprofit organization that kind of fits their morals. Mm-hmm. And you can just tell there's excitement. And like I said, I think our biggest thing is we want to make sure that everybody understands that when you donate to Every True Tiger Foundation, it's more than just the money, right? We're always in search of opportunities for our athletes, and we just want to create better people. And I think that's what we're doing so far, and I hope that we can continue to do that.
If you guys could come up with an overall goal you hope to see, years from now, what this foundation's able to do, what would be your goal of what Every True Tiger could do? Yeah,
I think for overall what we want to do is, and as Lawrence alluded to, is when we look back, we want our student athletes to leave feeling like not only did they get NIL opportunities, but they had an opportunity to impact their community. I think that's the overall goal for us, is that they leave here with an understanding of how they can, number one, impact their community, and it's more than just about them. And two, then it's leaving with that education of, not just your college degree, but also here's how I can learn about being in the real world. Here's what it means to be responsible, to learn how to manage my finances, to learn about taxes, to learn about responsibility, trust, and accountability, which are 3 key pillars for us. And so I think that's what we want them to leave, and as better human beings as when they came in.
Well, it's awesome stuff you guys are doing. I do want to end on some Tiger basketball here. We have one of the experts in the house, right?
So I wouldn't call me an expert, but I appreciate the nod.
How about Dennis Gates and what he's been able to do with this Tiger team in his first year? It's been something to watch.
I haven't been this excited about Mizzou basketball since I played. And you know, we had, you know, Kunzo, he had a few good years, and good friends with Kim Anderson, but this right here is very special. The camaraderie within the program reminds me so much of my time from 08 to 13. And when you got a brotherhood like that, you literally, and I know this is cliche, you'll run through a wall for them. And I feel like these guys, they understand their deficiencies. They're not the tallest team in the world. They're not the biggest team in the world, but they fight hard. And I think that's a big nod to Dennis Gates and his staff. They got them playing very good. They play together, and I think we're going to have a very, very special postseason run.
I'm very excited to watch that postseason, and I'm sure all you guys are going to be watching too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I will say this, in closing, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so every donation that comes to the Evertrue Tiger Foundation is tax deductible, and that money is being put to very, very good use.
What's the biggest way people can get involved with you guys?
Yeah, they can always go to everytruetiger.org, and you can, what's really unique about it and what makes really NIL and the collective unique is that a donor can choose their program. So they can select, first and foremost, you go to everytruetiger.org, you can select the program if you have a preference on how you want to support it, and then you can donate any level starting at $5 a month to one-time donations from there. But you can step through on everytruetiger.org and get involved that way.
And you can follow us on social media.
Be sure to do that.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we're everywhere. So
awesome.
That's right.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. It's great work you guys are doing with Mizzou. So thank you for all you guys do.
we really
Thanks,
appreciate you,
Thank you
Natalie.
for the time.
Awesome. Yeah. For the rest of you guys, we will be right back after the break.